In this video, we're going to go over one of the management strategies that I use for dogs who are reactive towards other dogs or people when on walks. In this video, we're going to teach you how to teach your dog how to go behind you. Let's get started. For some dogs, going out on a walk is really stressful. They might become nervous or fearful of a person or another dog approaching in the distance. They might feel the need to maybe be a little bit protective of themselves or their owners, or they might even get frustrated when they're attached to the leash and they just don't know how else to respond, and they may just start reacting by barking or lunging. So one of the skills that I like to teach my reactive clients is how to teach their dogs to go behind when you ask them to. When you ask a dog to go behind, for me at least, when I teach that, that means to sit behind my legs and wait politely until maybe the person or the dog passes by. So in this video, we're going to teach you the steps on how you can start doing that. When we're doing this, you want to make sure you start indoors in a quiet environment where there are no distractions and there's nothing that stresses your dog out that will cause them to react. So you want your dog to be in a space where your dog can just train with you in a relaxed environment. As your dog does better with this skill, you can then bring it out on the road in the outdoor world with you, and then eventually you can start doing it around some distractions once your dog does better with this skill outdoors. So let's get started. In step one, you want to lure your dog behind you into a sit position. So you're literally going to lure your dog with a piece of food and get him to sit behind your legs. Once he sits, you're going to reward him. And if he stays in that sit, then you're going to reward him again. You can reward him a couple of times for maintaining that sit position. Once you decide to release your dog, you're going to give your dog your release word. In my video, you're going to hear me say to my dog, break, which is the word that means you can release from your position. It's really important that your dog stays in the sit position until you verbally release him, because you want him understanding that the word behind is going to mean sit and stay there until I give you something else to do or until I release you. So make sure that you have a bunch of food ready, and make sure that your dog understands to sit and stay. The other thing that's really important is make sure that when you release your dog, you give your dog a few seconds to sit and stay in that position before you release. So you're going to see in the video that when I give my dog food, I'm going to wait about 3 to 5 seconds before I release him. So once he gets a treat, then he's going to wait 3 to 5 seconds, and then I'll release him. So why don't you go ahead and try it? Sit. Yes. 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 Break. Sit. Yes. Break. Get it. Journey. Sit. Yes. 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 Break. Get it. Good. Once your dog understands step one really well, and it's easy for them to do, it's time to move on to step two. So step two is going to be teaching your dog the word that you want to use. For me, the cue word that I use is behind. So when I say behind, that means my dog is to go behind me and sit. So what we're going to do is we're going to first say the new word, and then we're going to say sit. So that's because we need to introduce the new word first, and because my dog doesn't know what it is, I need to introduce it to him. So you're going to see in the video that I'm going to call him by his name, so I'll say Journey, and then he'll be coming over to me, and as he starts approaching me, I'm going to lure him like I was in step one, and I'm going to say the word behind, and then I'm going to say sit. And the reason for that is because I want him to learn the new word equals that old word. So I'm going to say the new word first, and then I'm going to say the old word that I was saying before. So I'll say behind, which will be the new word, and then I'm going to tell him to sit again, just like I did in step 1. So go ahead and watch the video so that you understand what it looks like, and then try it. Journey, behind, sit, yes, yes, yes. Break, get it. Journey, behind, sit, yes, yes, yes. Good boy. Break, get it. Journey, behind, sit, yes, yes. Break, get it. So now we're ready for step 3. Once your dog understands the second step and you feel like your dog is doing it pretty well, now step 3 is getting rid of the old word and you're just going to say your new cue word. So I used behind. So in this step, all I'm going to do is call my dog and I'm going to ask him to go behind. If you still need to use your lure to just have your dog kind of follow your hand, that's okay. Some dogs take a little bit longer to learn than others. So for those of you who don't need the lure anymore, I would start fading it out. For those of you who need the lure still, go ahead and use it. But now in this step, in step 3, all you're going to do is say behind. So go ahead and try it. Okay. Journey, behind. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Nice job. Break. Get it. Journey, behind. Yes. 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 Break. Good boy. Journey, behind. Yes. Yes. Good job. Yes. Good boy. Break. Get it. Now we're up to step 4. So in step 4, we're going to add more duration. So we want our dog to sit and stay in the position for a longer duration of time. So what you're going to see in this video is when I ask my dog to go in the behind position, I'm going to reward him, and then I'm going to wait for a longer duration of time before I give him another treat. So I want him to learn to stay and maintain that position for a longer duration of time until I decide to reward him or until I decide to release him. After this step, you can move this exercise outside, and you also want to start adding maybe other distractions while you're practicing this. So maybe a person walking by in the distance, maybe even a dog walking by in the distance. So go ahead and add some distractions during your training sessions as well, and enjoy the rest of the lesson. Journey, behind. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Nice job. Yes. Good boy. Break. Get it. Journey. Behind. Yes. Nice job, buddy. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good job. Break. Get it?